Hi, this is Alexi from Lexawise. Welcome back. This is the second video in our series covering some of the most common real estate exam questions. You absolutely need to know these questions to pass your licensing test. Hear me out. Based on our experience and student feedback, we've selected 25 more real estate exam practice questions from the Lexawise database. All are designed to be like the ones you'll encounter on exam day. They are fully updated and crafted by our experts. I'll be reading them and explaining each answer. Feel free to pause the video and take notes at any time.
Lexawise, Real Estate Exam Prep.
So let's get started. First question. Max constructed an $18,000 home in a fresh subdivision where houses ranged from $45,000 to $61,000. Once the house was finished, it likely experienced A. Physical depreciation, and B. No depreciation, C. Functional obsolescence, D. Economic obsolescence. Take a moment to think it through. The right answer is D. Economic obsolescence. When a house loses value due to being surrounded by significantly lower priced properties, it's a case of economic obsolescence, which results from external factors. Next question. A broker/agent is entitled to a commission A. upon signing the listing agreement, B. at the closing table, C. upon finding a ready, willing, and able buyer on terms acceptable to the seller, D. upon signing a sales contract. Think about it. The correct answer is C. upon finding a ready, willing, and able buyer on terms acceptable to the seller. A broker earns a commission once they secure a buyer who meets the seller's terms, is financially able, and is prepared to close the deal. Now, the third question. What professional responsibility does a real estate agent owe to the public? A. Act with honesty and fairness to all parties involved in a transaction. B. To document deeds related to transactions in which they are participating. C. Disclose a client's confidentiality. D. File income taxes in a timely manner. What do you think? The correct answer is A. Agents are legally and ethically required to treat all parties fairly and honestly, including buyers, sellers, landlords, and tenants. Let's see the following question. Which law mandates the amount of commission that a real estate broker can charge? A. Federal law. B. The existence of such a law is not possible as it would violate the Sherman Antitrust Act. C. City ordinance. D. State law. Think it through. The correct answer is B. The existence of such a law is not possible as it would violate the Sherman Antitrust Act. Commission rates are negotiable between brokers and clients. Any law fixing commission rates would violate antitrust regulations. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following actions is allowed under the Federal Fair Housing Act of 1968? A. Refusing to give a loan to an individual because they have a poor credit history. B. Telling an individual that a property has been rented when it has not. C. Advertising a property for sale only to a small minority. D. Altering the terms of the loan for a member of a minority. Take a moment to consider. The correct answer is A. Refusing to give a loan to an individual because they have a poor credit history. Fair housing laws prohibit discrimination based on protected classes, but creditworthiness is a valid lending criterion. Now, who would be excluded from the definition of disabled under the Federal Fair Housing Act? A. An individual who is abusing controlled substances. B. A substance abuser in rehabilitation. C. An individual with a physical disability. D. An individual with a mental disability. Pause and decide. The correct answer is A. An individual who is abusing controlled substances. The Fair Housing Act protects those in rehabilitation, but not those currently misusing controlled substances. Let's move on to real estate legal terms. What does the term caveat emptor mean? A. Sold by owner. B. Let the buyer decide. C. Let the seller beware. D. Let the buyer beware. Got your answer? D is the correct answer. let the buyer beware. This phrase means that the buyer is responsible for due diligence and inspecting the property before purchase. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following does not contribute to a buyer's market? A. Economical construction expenses for both materials and labor. B. Limited new construction. C. Migration of residents away from the region. D. Rising local job layoffs. Think carefully. And the correct answer is B. Limited new construction. Less construction reduces inventory, leading to a seller's market, not a buyer's market. Now, the ninth question. If a buyer asks an agent what form of co-ownership they and their sister should take, what should the agent recommend? A. A tenancy by the entireties. B. A joint tenancy. C. A community property. D. They are not allowed to provide legal advice. Take a second to consider. D is the right answer here. They are not allowed to provide legal advice. Only a real estate attorney can advise on ownership structures. Doing so as an agent is unauthorized practice of law. Next up, what does the term commingling refer to? A. Collaborating with another broker in a real estate transaction. B. Meetings attended by both brokers and their sales associates. C. Hiring both realtors and non-realtors within the same office. D. Depositing client funds in the broker's operating account. Think it through. The correct answer is D. Depositing client funds in the broker's operating account. Brokers must keep client funds in a separate trust account. Mixing them with personal funds is illegal commingling. And the next question is, what is the difference between fraud and misrepresentation? A. There is no difference between fraud and misrepresentation. B. Fraud is unintentional, while misrepresentation is an intentional act. C. Fraud is an intentional misrepresentation, while misrepresentation may be unintentional. D. A buyer can recover only compensatory damages for fraud. What do you think about this one? Letter C is the right one. Fraud is an intentional misrepresentation, while misrepresentation may be unintentional. Fraud is deliberate deception, while misrepresentation could be just a mistake. Now this one, what is the purpose of a title search in a real estate transaction? A. To verify the legal ownership of the property. B. To determine the fair market value of the property. C. To negotiate the terms of the sale. D. To inspect the physical condition of the property. Think it over. The correct answer is A. To verify the legal ownership of the property. A title search confirms ownership and checks for liens or legal claims before closing. Now, question 13. Which of the following is a type of deed that provides the greatest amount of protection for the buyer? A. Quitclaim deed. B. Special warranty deed. C. General warranty deed. D. Sheriff's deed. Pause and decide. The right answer is C. General warranty deed. A general warranty deed ensures the seller has a clear title and guarantees against past claims. Next one. Which type of estate is created when a tenant has no ownership interest and occupies the property without the landlord's consent after the lease has expired? A. Fee simple estate. B. Life estate. C. Estate for years. D. Estate at sufferance. Got your answer? The answer is D. Estate at sufferance. An estate at sufferance happens when a tenant stays without permission after their lease ends. Next, what is the term used for the illegal practice of guiding minorities to areas inhabited by individuals of the same race or religion? A. Panic peddling. B. Steering. C. Blockbusting. D. Redlining. Think about it. The correct answer is B. Steering. Steering directs buyers to or away from areas based on race or ethnicity, violating fair housing laws. Now, question 17. A property owner who possesses the legal authority to traverse a neighbor's land holds A. estate in land, B. encroachment, C. easement, D. police power. Take a moment. It's option C. Easement is the right answer. An easement is a legal right to use another's property for a specific purpose. Next one. The authority of the government to enforce laws and regulations in order to promote the overall well-being of the public is referred to as A. the bundle of rights, B. police power, C. a sheet, D. eminent domain. Think about it. The correct answer is B. police power. It allows the government to regulate things like zoning and building codes for public welfare. Let's move to the next question. Which type of listing agreement would be considered a unilateral contract? A. Exclusive right to sell. B. Exclusive agency. C. Open listing. D. There is no such thing as a unilateral contract. Got it? And the answer is option C. Open listing. An open listing only obligates the seller, making it unilateral, unlike exclusive agreements. Next question. What type of lien takes priority over all other liens? A. Judgments. B. Mortgages. C. Tax liens. D. Construction liens. What do you think? The correct answer is C. Tax liens. Tax liens have priority over all other claims, meaning the government gets paid first if the property is sold. Now, question 20. Which of the following is not a necessary component for establishing an agency relationship? A. Competency of the principal. B. Agreement to pay consideration. C. Consent of the principal. D. A fiduciary relationship. Pause and decide. The correct answer is B. Agreement to pay consideration. The existence of an agency relationship does not depend on the agreement to pay consideration, making it a non-essential factor in the establishment of the relationship. Next question. When must a contract be delivered if it states that time is of the essence? A. Within 72 hours. B. Within 3 business days. C. As soon as possible. D. Within 48 hours. Take a second to consider. The correct answer is C. As soon as possible. A time is of the essence clause means that deadlines are strict and delays could lead to a contract breach. Now this one, which requirement is unnecessary for obtaining ownership of a property through adverse possession? A. A claim of right. B. Residing on the property. C. Open and notorious use. D. Occupying the property for a certain amount of years. Think about it. The correct answer is B. Residing on the property. Adverse possession requires open, continuous, and exclusive possession, but residency is not mandatory. Next one. ACMA, Comparative Market Analysis, or BPO, Broker Price Opinion, would be acceptable for all of the following except A. Being used to determine what to offer for a property. B. Determining conventional loan value. C. Setting estimated rent values. D. Setting the selling price of a home. Think it through. The correct answer, B. Determining conventional loan value. A CMA or BPO is an opinion-based valuation and cannot be used for setting a conventional loan value. Only a licensed appraiser can do that. Now, question 24. What must an agent do if he or she is told by his or her client not to disclose the fact that during heavy rains, the basement takes on water? A. Disclose to any interested buyers. B. Due to the duty of obedience, the agent cannot disclose. C. Reject the listing. D. Avoid showing the property on rainy days. Take a second. Got it? And the correct answer is A. Disclose to any interested buyers. An agent's obligation to obey only applies to lawful directives. It is necessary to reveal any latent defects. Final question, number 25. What action would be prohibited under the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act RESPA? A. Paying of kickbacks. B. Redlining. C. Blockbusting. D. Steering. This one is tricky. Got your answer? Well, A. Paying of kickbacks. That's the correct answer. RESPA bans referral fees and kickbacks among real estate professionals to ensure fair and transparent transactions. And that wraps up 25 of the most common real estate exam questions. Be sure to check out our other videos for more real estate exam prep. And if you want full practice exams with explanations for every correct and incorrect answer, head over to Lexawise.com. The link is in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to stay updated. That's all for today. Catch you next time.